fractured or badly worn joint on the steering, and I got them to fix it. And I said that was the first time I'd ever had anybody, that was last year, first time I'd ever had anybody repair a car for me. It didn't matter whether it was sort of mechanical, electrical, bodywork, spraying, whatever. There's my doorbell. I'm expecting a parcel for the radio. Back to you, Agent.
Yeah, thanks for that, Peter. I'll take this opportunity to put out a call. This is G2OT, the Radio Amateur Old Timers Association Thursday Morning Net. Are there any further senders who would like to join us? Do call.
Golf 3, Foxtrot, Echo Whiskey.
G3, Lima, Echo, Oscar.
I've got G3FEW, that's Ted. Morning, Ted. I've got G3... didn't get the last bit, please.
G3, Lima, Echo, Oscar, G3, Leo.
G3... sorry. Start again, please. Start again.
G3LEO.
G3LEO. Is that correct?
Over.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Welcome, sir. Welcome. What is your name, please?
My name is Gerald, Gerald, and I'm in North Yorkshire, G3LEO, listening.
Right, well, welcome, Joe. Welcome. Right, just a minute and I'll call you in. G3FEW, Ted, please take an over.
G2OT, Golf 3, Foxtrot, Echo Whiskey. Very good morning to everybody. The ones I've copied so far is G3 GTF, G1 HQE, G0 RGB, and G3 LEO. Very good morning to you, Joe. Name here is Ted, located near the city of Norwich, and I'm copying everybody readability 5, but not very strong. Back to you, G2OT, Golf 3, Foxtrot, Echo Whiskey.
Very good signal, Ted, a very good signal. Very readable indeed. I think they're about a 7, but you're stronger than that. Now, good morning to Gerald. Golf 3 Lima Echo Oscar. Do take it over, please, and welcome.
G2OT and the group from G3LEO. Well, many thanks there, Adrian, for letting me in and giving me a welcome. I regret to say I'm a non-member, but I wanted to test this read. And this is over 80, and you're the only stations that I can hear, and you're all. I listen to all of you. G0ZWA, G0RGB, G4FI, G3 GTF, and Clive, and Ted, and you're all very, very readable up in North Yorkshire. Some of you are 9+++, but basically you're all really readable, which is nice because you see, when I've got time like now to come in the wireless room, there's absolutely no propagation whatsoever. So perhaps we're moving towards winter conditions, which would be great. My reason for coming on here is I just wanted to test this bit of home brew and see what it was doing. So, and as I say, I'm in North Yorkshire, quite close to Scotch Corner, and the name's Gerald. G3LEO and the group by for G2OT.
Yeah, I'm having difficulty with you, Gerald, copying your diction. I think you've got a bit of QSB on you as well. You're a very good signal to start with, 9+. About the only one on the band that is, but bit of trouble later on. Stay there and we'll see how it goes. Are there any further senders, please, before I go to the top of the list? Nothing heard. G4ZWA, George, will you please take another over from G2OT?
Okay, Adrian. Golf 2 Oscar Tango, this is G4ZWA. And good morning to Gerald up in North Yorkshire. Nice signal from you, Gerald. The location here is Horncastle in Lincolnshire. And you're 5 and 9+. You're just about 100 hertz high in frequency, but perfectly readable and good quality audio. What else is there to say? Yeah, you mentioned Clive and his Fahrenheit and centigrade, or somebody did. And I used to be a little bit that way. I had to get it translated from centigrade to Fahrenheit, but I've got used to the temperature scale now. I'm okay with that one. It's when it comes to feet and centimetres and inches and so on, I have to tell myself that a foot is approximately 30 centimetres and then work it out from there. I can't naturally sort of picture it like I can do in inches. But there again, I guess that's my age. And I guess Walt's playing with his new motor. Hope he's enjoying it. He'll probably be going down to the local auto shop and buying a nice tin of polish. Good. As long as he enjoys it, that's the main thing. Anyway, enough from me. And morning to you, Ted. 5 and 9 plus 15. Peter, you're not very strong with me today, so that probably accounts for conditions between us. You're just 5 and 9. You've not been over the 5 and 9 as you normally are. So back he comes Adrian, G2 Oscar Tango. This is G4ZWA.
Thanks for that, George. I expect NYY is drilling holes in his roof for his aerial. That's what he's probably doing. Yeah, something like that. Right, G4FI Nick, do take another over.
Yes, G2OT. Well, the conditions seem to be improving slightly there, Adrian, from G4FI here. And good morning there to Ted, G3FEW, has joined me since my last over. And good morning to Gerald, G3LEO. You're a 5'9", Gerald, with your homebrew equipment there. And a good strong signal. Very slightly bassy on the audio, but on the other hand, you might have a bassy voice, but spot on frequency anyway, so I hope that helps. Well, the wife has just taken her chance and hung a line of washing out this morning, and it's sunny here at the moment, and there's no forecast on the thing for cloud or rain. So with a bit of luck, I might be able to get out and mow the grass this afternoon. It's been too wet. It was a little bit damp this morning, so it might have dried out enough for cutting this afternoon. It's surprising how much it's grown in the last 2 weeks because we've been away on holiday. So I'll tell you about that more tonight. Hopefully wet conditions on the 80-metre band tonight will be a little bit better. So there we are. I've been looking around the shack here, and I think I must go through all these old magazines from Practical Wireless and Radcom, etc., which have been piling up over the years. And I think it's about time I had a sort out. I can get into the shack, it's a case of getting out. But there we are. Back to you there, Adrian. Won't hold it because of conditions this morning. G2OT, this is G4FI, and a good Thursday morning Rio to Net.
Actually, all of you are going up and down a bit with QSB, I think. And we've got some bit of fading on the thing, I think. That's the problem. Right. Where are we now? G3GTF. Brian, do take another over.
G2OT from G3 Golf Tango Foxtrot. Yes, thank you again, Adrian. And very good morning to you, Ted. You're 5 and 9, as is often the case with me. And good morning to G3LEO, Gerald. You're 5 and 8, but I do think, as George said, G4ZWA, you are about 100 hertz, 100 hertz high. So if you could just come down that little bit, it might help people who are not receiving you too well. But otherwise, fine. Okay, on the car insurance, Clive, yes, I think I know who you mean. And regarding this business of temperature in centigrade and Fahrenheit, yes, it took me a while to get used to the weather in centigrade, but when I look back, when you were doing like physics and chemistry at school, everything was in centigrade, and you take it to quite, it's perfectly natural. You get completely used to it. But then, of course, there's the, how the temperature feels to your own body. And for a long time, I preferred the Fahrenheit. Anyway, G2OT, G3 Golf Tango Foxtrot.
Thank you for that. Yes, it's difficult, this Fahrenheit business. I always think in Fahrenheit for temperatures in the house, but if you're working in the workshop, say welding or something like that, I think it's centigrade. So there you are. I mean, most people have open neck shirts, and I wear a tie. Most of the time I prefer it. So that's the way it goes. You know, G1HQE Clive, have a go.
I like it. Golf 2 Oscar Tango Ryota, G1HQE. Right, just a quick one for Gerald, G3LEO. I recognise that call sign. I must have spoke to you, I don't know how many times before. I can't think where, but I have. I know it's also near Scotch Corner, which I know, or used to know quite well, many moons ago, when our family, my dad, the mum and everything else, we used to go up to Bowes up in Yorkshire, which is not too far from Scotch Corner on the A66, where my grandfather had a farm, massive great farm up that way. And we used to spend our holidays up on his farm. Absolutely beautiful. And Scotch Corner, yes, I used to know very, very well. Lovely place. And for your information, Gerald, as well, I actually looked on the radio and worked it out. You're on 3.76, 3.20. So you are 20 higher than the rest of us. So yes, if you can come down sort of 20 hertz, whatever, then you'd be around about, be near enough on frequency with the rest of us, I think. But that's for you, Jared, anyway, mate. Ted there, good morning to you, mate. Good 5.9, peaking 5.9. A little bit on the weak side this morning. Ted, I don't know what's going on. It's obviously conditions. Band is changing, by the way. I'm not going to be on here too long. And yes, the Fahrenheit and centigrade. Yeah, Nick likes to do Fahrenheit. I only know centigrade nowadays because I converted myself over. Don't ask me how. But roughly what he was saying there, I'm on, oh, it's gone up. 17.5 now, I'm on. Wonder if I can get this thing down. I actually had a Metrics Made Easy. It's a card with a thing you pull out from the centre with cutouts going on either side, which show you miles to kilometres, ounces to grams, pounds to kilograms, Fox. Oh dear, F to C, gallons, litres, feet, metres, you name it, it's got it all on here. And that was sent to me by a kind chap in the USA, who's obviously heard me talking about this quite a while ago, this was. And this arrived in the post all the way from the States. So it comes in very handy when Nick is telling me everything in Fahrenheit. And it came from a chap's call sign Whiskey 1 Hotel India. To say, and I haven't heard him on the radio anymore, which is a bit annoying. I did send him a card and thanked him, but yeah, very, very handy that is, I tell you. Yeah, enough offer. The band is changing, Adrian. Apologies. Golf 2 Oscar Tango. Do you want HQE over?
Yeah, okay, Clive. Thanks for that. G0RGB Peter, please take another over.
If you throw it in that G0RGB, yeah, good morning to Ted, and good morning to Gerald there. And you're 5 and 8 into the Southampton area, Gerald. We have worked in the past. You're 5 and 8 into the Southampton area. But 3.2 is 200 hertz there, Clive. I'd made you 130 hertz HF of us there, Gerald. So general consensus is you're a little bit HF of us. But nice to hear you again. And Ted, you're not very strong this morning. Dial type better through the SDR. Yes, I've now got my parcel arrived, which is a very, very nice wooden-sided spool. And I bought some. I hope it will be successful. Because I have a pallet in case the ropes break. But with most of my aerial poles, I can't get at them. They're a permanent feature and hidden in the trees and everything else. And so what I've done, I bought some stainless steel. I didn't go for the stainless because it's a bit too springer. Galvanized steel, but PVC coated wire. So it's 2 millimeter galvanized stranded wire. And then that's got a PVC coating, which makes it an overall diameter of 3 millimeters. Certainly won't slip off the side of the pulley or anything like that. And keeping it down reasonably small, then one can get away with about probably, just thinking, probably about a 30 mil pulley, I suppose. So you can have a reasonably small pulley. Now, along with that, I've got a load of sort of stainless steel clamps and everything else to go with it. So that will have then affixed to the wire, which will be an endless loop. And I've got the joining things and everything else. I'll fix the pulley assembly, which the halyards will go into, and then if ever a halyard snaps, I can just lower the pulley down. So I'm hoping that's going to be the answer to my problems and fears. The whole lot was not a bad price either, but I'm very pleased with it. I did have a chat to them before I purchased it with regard to possibly being affected by UV light, everything else. I've gone for the black rather than one of the other colours. So it's all quite exciting. So I've got more work to do to actually get things sorted out and ensure that if gale forces come along or anything else, then life is much more simple. And I've got sort of solid halyard, for want of a better word. It holds the pulley, which won't break. That should be good. Right, back to you then, Adrian. Thanks so much for running that. A little bit of QSB on the band with all stations. G2OT, G0RGB.
G0RGB, G2OT returning. Thanks for that, Peter. Well, I hope it goes well with you with that. Hope we don't get any kinking. See how it goes. Ted, G3FEW, please take an over.
G2OT, Golf 3, Foxtrot, Echo Whiskey. Still coughing everybody, but some signals are on way down. Top of the shop now is Clive. He's 10 dB over 9 with me, but everybody's readable. Conditions are certainly changing very rapidly. I did this on 40 metres for a while. I copied some of you, but again, it's not good. But we're getting used to this now, aren't we? Don't know what we can do about it. I didn't mention the weather here. The sun is shining here, and it's quite a pleasant morning. So we're hoping for a nice dry day for a change. Anyway, back to you, Adrian. I'll keep it short. G2OT, Golf 3, Foxtrot, Echo Whiskey.
Yeah, you're fading right out on that last bit, Ted. You timed that just right. As you said, it's QSB. Now, Gerald, G3, Limo, Echo, Oscar. Do take another over, Gerald.
Yeah, G2OT in the group from G3LEO. Fine, Adrian. Thanks for letting me in. I will make this my final. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for the help and the comments on the home brew. And I think I've definitely got a problem with netting to get the thing to net properly. 3 or 4 of you have reported that I'm high in frequency, so that's really, really useful. And also, thank you, Nick, for the report on the audio being a bit on the low side. It's really helpful. If anyone's interested, the rig is actually a World War II wireless set number 19, the Mark III, which I've converted to work on sideband. And of course the oscillator is free running, and I think that's where my problem is. In any case, enough of that. Really nice to have heard everyone, and nice to know that I do remember that we have worked before, Clive, G1H, because I'm also interested in cars, and I'm sure we banged on about that. And Brian, thanks for the report of the frequency. And Nick, of course, on the audio, laziness, and George, of course, on the frequency being high. So with that, Ian, I wish you all very best. Many thanks. G3LEO, North Yorkshire, signing out, passing you back, G2OT.
G3LEO, G2OT returning. Well, thanks for coming up, Gerald. You're always welcome. 3763 on a Wednesday morning, and 7163 normally at this time on on a Thursday. So you're always welcome. There are evening nets as well if you have a look on the net. So there we are. Thank you very much for that. Are there any further senders, please, before I go to the top of the list? The G2OT listening for you. Nothing heard. G4ZWA. George, have another go, please.
Thank you, Adrian. Golf 2 Oscar Tango from Golf 4 Zulu Whiskey Alpha. And really impressed with that radio of Gerald's. It sounds very nice. I think the audio is very good to listen to on this radio anyway. The 756 Pro 3. I've got the bandwidth opened up, and it does sound very nice. He's done a commendable job on that. I seem to recognise the call sign from somewhere, whether I've worked Gerald in the past or I'm not sure, but certainly a familiar call sign with me too, like it was with you, Clyde. Anyway, I'm going to make this my final one, Adrian. I shall listen for a while. I'm going to get a bite to eat and then crack on. It's a fabulous day out there, and there's plenty to be done. I'm getting too idle these days, I'm afraid. Okay, on the chart as well, Clive. That sounds fantastic, and I'm sure you prize that quite highly. 7-3 to all on the net, and also good wishes to any shortwave listeners. So back she comes to Golf 2 Oscar Tango. This is G4ZWA signing but listening.
Thank you for that. Thanks for coming up, George. Very good signal indeed. As good as any signal can be today, really. Great. Thanks. I hope your other half is well. Nick, G4FI, have you gone? I think you've gone, hasn't he? I think he's gone.
Yes, G2OT, G4FI. Well, your signal, unfortunately, Adrian, is fading now with the QSC, but a jolly good net this morning, considering conditions, and hopefully on the net this evening. I'm going to make a move now, make this my last over, and but at least conditions were favourable. It'd be nice, of course, when we get back to 40 metres, hopefully conditions will improve one day for our nets on that in the morning on Thursdays. So hope to speak to you all again tonight. So this is G4FI, back to you there, Adrian, operating on G2OT.
Thanks for that, Nick. I take it you're signing for the moment, Nick, and it'll be on tonight. Thank you for that. Yes, it's difficult, isn't it? I can only just hear you, so it's a mutual thing, really. But I've got this terrible buzzing noise here anyway, which I won't get used to. Where have we got to? Brian, D3GTS. Are you still there, Brian? Do take another over.
G2OT from G3GTS. Yes, thank you again, Adrian. Yes, I will make this my final as well. Thank you very much. Your signal has been coming up throughout the whole net, and you're really well over the 5 and 9 now. So it just depends on what sort of a transmission path between us all is like. Pity Gerald has signed, because I certainly pricked my ears up when he said he was operating a 19 set, because I used to do that, as it were, when I was on national service. But he was doing very well with it. I'm not sure whether he was using a linear. I want to ask him that, because the transmitter in an unmodified 19 set, I think it was only a single 807. So it couldn't have been getting much more than, say, 10 watts out of it. But anyway, it's very good signal from him. All right then, Adrian. Well, thank you very much indeed for the control of this net under somewhat dodgy conditions. And so we'll come again with you all whenever. So 7-3 to you, Adrian, and 7-3 to everybody else. G2OT, G3GTF, signing but just listening.
G3GTF, G2OT returning. Thanks for coming up, Brian, and thanks for the input. But yes, it's they're very much up and down the signals, aren't they? Interesting what you're saying about the other set as well. G1HQE Clive, do take another one, Clive.
Golf 2 Oscar Tango, Royal Discone, G1HQE, okay. Straight, I've got this 1, 2, 4 signals come up across the band. Very, very strange. A lot of noise. I've used the filters to get rid of where I want it, but I can see it on the scope. Very strange. Comes up at 3770, 3700, 3631 and 3561. So it's right across the band. Very, very strange. Just got a stronger one come up now, just after slightly higher than 360 at the moment, but very, very strange. I'm going to have a look to see if anybody's put anything on in the house or something, but very strange. Just straight lines coming down, elongated lines, I suppose you call them. Is this someone's doing CW, which it isn't. Very strange. Very annoying as well, but never mind. Yeah, Gerald's radio does sound very, very good, I must admit, as does Brian's. Anyway, Adrian, enough waffle. I'm going to disappear off, matey. Thanks for running that. Hopefully catch some of you on tonight. Anyway, we'll have a good weekend. And oh yes, Pete, RGB, yes, apologies for not answering what you were saying there about the cars. Yeah, same here. Up until a few years ago, I used to do everything myself, as you heard. But now I just can't. I can't lay under a car or whatever. And well, even now, worse now after the fortnight ago, whenever it was. So I've got no chance. But never mind. I've got a good friend, a couple of friends of mine to do them, so there's no problems. Anyway, as I say, nice to see you all, lads. Speak to some of you tonight there, and perhaps catch some of you next week as well. Golf to Oscar Tango, Rayoto Group, G1HQ. 73s.
Clyde, before you disappear, give me a ring, will you, sometime? About that telephone filter. If you're getting this problem here. Is it off or you get it from? I'll wait till you give me a ring. I'd appreciate that, Clive, and love to your wife as well. Thanks a lot. G0RGB Peter, please take another over.
Yeah, G2OT, if you're hearing me, Adrian, G0RGB in the group. And to Clive there, yes, it's my daughter used to take, well, always takes their cars, she and her husband, to a local garage. They're not overly expensive there on labour costs, but they are very, very good. They give a fixed price and things, and even though sometimes they've got caught out and gone way outside it on time, they've still done it for the fixed price. So I nipped over there to get it done. They're very nice people as well, so it helps them a bit, but especially as the weather is like it was, no, I wanted to get it done. It's a messy job, isn't it, to have to get in amongst the sort of all the blatant dust and everything else, so I thought, no, somebody else can do it. I did it off years of it. Don't think there's anything further from this end. I've got to give my daughter a ring. She's off to yet another festival, take more photographs. Well, she's doing two. She's doing one up in Oxfordshire, and then she's coming back on Sunday to do Boomtown in Winchester. But on the local news, television news this morning, they showed the mud at Boomtown in Winchester, not near Winchester, and people were stood in this mud, and it was so sloshy and muddy that it was covering their feet. Their Wellingtons were sinking into it, right down into it, and there's this mud, and there were cars trying to plough through it as well. A dreadful mess. So I want to give her a ring and suggest possibly she abandons that one, because as you know, her walking is not too good anyhow. Well, thank you for running the net. Lovely to hear everybody on this morning, and at least we've made it. That's the big thing. So 73 to all, and again thanks to you, Adrian, for running the net this morning. Golf to Oscar Tango, G0RGB signing and just listening.
G0RGB, G2OT returning. Thanks for coming up, Peter. Still quite a good signal. Yes, my heart goes out to people in the mud, definitely. Right, G3FEW, Ted, do take an over.
G2OT, Golf 3, Foxtrot Echo Whiskey. Yeah, just about copying you now, Adrian, and Peter faded right out on me. Okay to Gerald and the 19 set, if you're still listening, Gerald, I used to run the 19 set on 160, 80 and 40, and I've modified it to double Subat. So I used some Bendix 85 kilohertz IF for the second IF. Worked very well. I had that for many years. Long memories and very Golf 3 Foxtrot Echo Whiskey signing out.
G3FEW G2OT returning. Thanks for that, Ted. Well, thanks for everybody for coming up. The conditions are not ideal, but we've managed to have 7 people on plus myself. So I'm sorry about the late start, but it was a bit of a problem. Thank you very much. G2OT reversing to M0ABY, listening for a second and then going quiet.
ILO. Now we got you a 559, real 559 over here, no problems at all. Welcome at Gilwell Park Scout Center. Yeah, roger the 555. Thank you very much. 7-3, good luck, and see you later. This is Golf Bravo 17 Yankee, Oscar Tango Alpha, Gilwell Park Scout Center, special event, IOTA 2017. QRZ. Anyone else at Ofcom? This is Golf Bravo 17 Yankee, Oscar Tango Alpha, GB 17 IOTA, special event, QRZ. Mike 0 Yankee, Romeo Mike, you're 55959 now.
Mike 0 Yankee, Romeo Mike, stroke Alpha return, yes, 69, I just wanted to get the Mike to the
Okay, now we got your 519 in the clear, 7-3 and good luck. QRZ, GB 17 IOTA. Foxtrot, come again. Go 4, Delta Papa Foxtrot Alpha 559 in the clear. 7-3, see you later, QRZ. This is GB 17 IOTA, Golf Bravo 17 Yankee, Oscar Tango Alpha, GB 17 youngsters on the air, QRZ. This is Golf Bravo 17 Yankee, Oscar Tango Alpha, Germany Baker 17, Yokohama, Ontario, Tango America, CQ on 80. This is GB 17 YOTA, Golf Bravo 17, youngsters on the air, CQ 80. Anyone around at Ofcom, the Golf Bravo 17 Yankee, Oscar Tango Alpha, GB 17 YOTA, standing by for scheduled contact.
Yeah, that's it for now. There might be some more people later as we go around. That's you.
Come again, please.
I think that's it. That's it for now. There'll be more groups coming in later.
Okay, thank you very much for the contact there. I wish you good luck. Have fun there, .com, and see you later. Mike 0 Yankee Romeo Mike Stroke Alpha, Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha 73, out and clear. Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha QRT. This is Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha GB 17 Yota calling secure 90. Calling secure 80, calling secure on the 80 meter band. This is GB 17 Yota. Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha GB 17 youngsters on the air secure 80.
Golf X-ray 8 Golf Papa 0 / Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha.
Come again, please.
Golf X-ray 8 Golf Papa Oscar / Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha.
Yankee Oscar 7, come again. The station Yankee Oscar 7, Yankee Oscar 7, complete your call, please.
Golf X-ray 8 Golf Papa Oscar 7.
Sorry, unable to copy. Please come again. Full call, come again, please. This is Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha QRZ. This is Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha GB 17 Yota. Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha. Golf Bravo 17 youngsters on the air secure 80. This is Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha GB 17 Yota secure 80. This is GB 17 Yota, Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, CQ80. Calling CQ80, Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, specially when CQ80. This is Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, CQ80. This is Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, GB 17 youngsters on the air, specially when CQ80. Calling CQ80, Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, CQ80. Calling CQ80, Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, Golf Bravo 17 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, GB 17 youngsters on the air, CQ80.